Hello, Genome Writers Guild poster presenters. Thank you for being in our webinar. I'm going to go over some of the features of Remo, which will make presenting in our sessions very simple and also help you to make the best use of the tools that we have available. The first thing I'm going to go over is how to set your individual profile. You'll notice that on Remo, there's this floor plan, a stage, which we will not be using for the poster session, a video screen, which will be broadcasting the flash talks from this poster session's presenters. There are some banners over here that have information about our sponsors. And then there is a billboard here, which tells you where you are. You're in the day 1 Wednesday poster session. There are also a couple of billboards down here. Jump to sessions 1 to 3 of day 1, which would actually teleport you to another session. Jump to sessions 4 to 5 of day 1, which also teleports you to another session. And then pop out to abstracts and biographies, which just opens the abstract and biographies page in a new window. That's the basic look and feel of the event space. You can scroll in on your mouse with your mouse wheel, or you can zoom out. You can also, if you don't have a scrolling wheel on your mouse wheel, you can also use the key commands, Command minus to zoom out, and Command plus to zoom in. The floor plan can be moved around any way you would like by doing a down click and hold, and then adjusting the plan. All right, so how do you adjust your profile? You'd click on your own avatar. You click on this little edit button. You would hit edit profile. And then you can enter any type of information into this area as you wish. Administrator. Administrator. I can spell. Save. Okay, so then you'll notice that you can click on that and then you see this information about who I am. It would be great if you can make use of this space. It's kind of like your own personal business card for the event. If someone is at your table and they want to get a hold of you, that is a good way to find out information about them. Okay, so you'll see that I'm at this table, which is labeled with the name Feltman. This table has been allocated to Nate Feltman. If I wanted to move to Paul Atkins' table, all I would do is I would hover over one of the empty chairs in that space and double click. You can see that now I've moved. Since I'm currently the only person in this event, you can't tell, but I would have moved from talking to this group of people, which had 6 chairs at this table. So 6 people would have video icons showing up here. I would then leave this group and move to this group. What's great about Remo is that anybody can move around whenever they want to whichever table, except for, however, to this front stage area, which is the only place that within this event you can enter presentation mode, which takes over the screens of everyone in the entire event. Since this is a poster session, we aren't going to be making use of that space in this area. However, that will be something that will become more familiar whenever you view the other sessions of our conference. Okay, what else do you need to know for our poster session? You might want to know how to share your screen because you want to show somebody different data that is associated with your poster or a close-up of your poster. In order to share your screen, you're going to hit this button, Share, at the bottom of the screen. You'll then have a pop-up which lets you choose which screen you want to share. Do you want to share an entire screen? Do you want to share a window? Do you want to share a tab? Depending on your browser, you're going to have different options of things that you can share. For today's purposes, I'm going to share an entire screen And I'm going to share that screen now. So what you'll see is that my shared screen shows up at the top of this space. If I want to get a better look at it, I would double click on it and it would become a large image. If I want to minimize it, I would hit this button back to floor. Now, let's say that there are a bunch of people at your table. There's 6 of you and you want to see all of them all together. You would hit this button, which is tile view, which would give you a sort of Brady Bunch aesthetic of the people that are in your room. Another cool feature of Remo is a virtual whiteboard. If you have ever used Miro, it's actually the exact same software, a virtual whiteboard, but it is living within Remo. So a really cool thing to do with this is that you can actually drag and drop your poster into this area. So for example, I'm going to drag and drop Evan Cleanbowl's poster into this area. So you can see it's taking a little time to load, it's pretty big. But what would happen is that then you would be able to zoom in to this area. So I would hit down here and you can zoom in. And then if you click and hold, you can move to different areas of the poster. Let's say you want to zoom back out. You want to zoom way out. So you can zoom out sort of pretty far. This is also a really good space for someone to leave you a message. So let's say that I came to this table and Evan wasn't here. And I was like, dude, where are you? Why are you not at your table? Hi, Evan. This is Kit Leffler. Missed you at your poster. Can you contact me at Leffler at UNity? Oh, thank you. That can just be left for you to find. So you're not, tied to your poster. We do ask that you sit at your own poster during the poster session. That is the live session. The poster session event will actually be open so people can come into Remo and browse wherever they want from 12 noon to 8 p.m. both days. That means that if somebody saw this, but they were busy and they missed you, they could leave you a note for you to collect later. Okay, so the other thing that's cool about this is that you also get a function to be able to draw. So for example, I could say, what is this? I don't understand. Maybe I need to give you some pi symbols or do some math. Whatever you want, that can basically happen here. Okay, so because this is a demo, I'm just going to clear this board and I'm going to shut this board. Everyone who's interacting with the Miro board at the table all gets the same board to share. Okay, so these are the basic functions that you'll need to know for the poster session. The other thing I'm going to show you really quick is that I have already gone ahead and loaded all of your poster session details onto our website. You can see those by doing 2 things. The first of which is to go to our conference page and then hit 2021 poster session. This page shows you who's presenting for both events and on what day. It tells you when the presentations are live. That means you'll be at your table to speak to attendees, and when you can enter the Remo poster session just to browse. So this is really interesting because this is the first time we've had the ability to have our guests of Genome Writers Guild join and interact with the posters ahead of time. You can then browse the posters as you wish immediately. You can see people's flash talks here. Okay, so that's where the poster session is in one location. The other place that there is a poster session, the ability to join this area, is if you go into the conference login area. If you're registered, you'll have received this password. And then you can say, view our Wednesday posters online, view our Thursday posters online. So this takes you to the Remo event. This takes you to the website. All right, so we're now back in our main conference page, which is the Wednesday posters. You'll notice in each of the Wednesday sessions, there are tables that are allocated to you based upon your last name. So that's where you'll want to navigate to at the beginning of your poster presentation session. So that's what I have for you right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this presentation at this point, and we're going to check AV and make sure that everybody is aware of how to make all of those features work. Great. Thanks so much for your time.